T-minus 1 month away from Snow White coming to a theater near you, and well, some of the posters and promotional material is starting to make the rounds, and this one right here, a new international poster for Snow White is released, and well, it's garish. I'll just say that, man. I'm not a big fan at all whatsoever. It's oversaturated slop that just like it looks fake. Like nothing about this resonates with me personally, but then again, of course, like I'm not the target demographic. Okay, I understand that. Oh, I don't know. I'm one of those toxic people that are out there that aren't really cheering for this film to fail, because I would love for it to be good. I just know it isn't, because you take a look at the people that are in it and it's like it's impossible for this film to be good. But also, I just kind of want these live action remakes to stop, okay? Because they reference one that personally hurts me a lot, because that Aladdin live action remake, the fact that that made over $1 billion just kind of destroyed my faith that Disney can do anything creative moving forward. Like, you replace the legendary Robin Williams with the cuck Will Smith. Like, what are we doing? It's so gross. But there's some things that people have picked up on, okay? And to be completely honest, I mean, I can see it right there, okay? I can definitely see it. Like, you've got everything in it. You got Snow White, you got the logo, you got the CGI deer, the birds, and all that stuff. But you got Snow White that's right there, you know, juxtaposed to the coldness of the evil queen, and she's, you know, cast in blue. But then you've got the oversaturated side with little Snow White right there, where she, you know, at least she has a ribbon in her hair, so she doesn't completely look like Lord Farquaad. But what do you notice? What do you notice about Snow White? Okay, even with the warm glow of the sun bathing her, is she looking a little bit paler than normal? Because that's what a lot of people are picking up on. Disney appears to change Rachel Zegler's skin color in Snow White international poster to make her look white. I mean, it's really tough to beat the accusations there, because from what I can see, like if you're just looking past that and you take a look, it's like, oh, they're doing live action Snow White. Oof, God, they could have picked somebody a little bit more attractive for somebody who's supposed to be the fairest in the land, but you know, everything else checks out. But at this point in time, it's nearly impossible not to know at least a passing amount about this movie. But let's go. Disney's live action Snow White has found itself in the spotlight once again. Has it really left? Because it really hasn't, since they started to really amp up the promotion cycle on this. But once again, after the release of a new international trailer and accompanying Snow White international poster, the promotional materials have raised eyebrows for seemingly adjusting Rachel Zegler's appearance, particularly through lighting effects, and noticeably lightening her skin tone. Like, let's also keep it a buck, okay? Like, she's what, half Hungarian and half Venezuelan or Colombian, or I don't know, something South American. Don't know. Don't really care. Yeah, she's Colombian. Okay, Colombian and white. Disney just decided to really emphasize one half of her over the other. It's fine. Appears in the Snow White poster with a much lighter complexion, more closely resembling the fair-skinned animated version of the iconic character. This has led to speculation that Disney may be modifying Zegler's appearance and marketing materials ahead of the film's scheduled release March 21st, 2025. But this poster has March 20th, so I don't know, man. Okay, I don't know where this one's coming out. Maybe they got earlier releases elsewhere, but other people get to experience and just really soak in Zegler and Gal Gadot's excellence a day earlier than the rest of the world. But the situation carries a sense of irony. When Zegler was first cast as Snow White, she made headlines with controversial statements insisting she wouldn't bleach her skin for the role. Nobody's asking for it, but also nobody was really asking for you to get cast in the role to begin with. Even though there was no widespread call for such a change. Yeah, exactly. Everybody was just rolling their eyes going, oh my God, this is classic Disney. They're at it again. Yes, I am playing Snow White. No, I'm not bleaching my skin for the role. That would be weird. But you probably had a producer over there at Disney, you know, just pushing that Sammy Sosa cream across the table going, have you tried this out? Here's good for your skin. Now it seems Disney has taken steps to adjust her appearance in the Snow White poster. It's not like they're unfamiliar with doing this stuff. Just ask John Boyega for The Force Awakens. Just ask, the estate of Chadwick Boseman what it's like to, look one way in a Black Panther poster stateside as opposed to what he was looking like on the Chinese poster. possibly in an effort to align more closely with the traditional depiction of the fairy tale princess. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because you can point to that, and it's kind of heads or tails on that one. To me, kind of looks like she has a tan. Maybe she looks a little bit more Aryan, given the fact that this is it's based on it's a Germanic tale. That's far more dark than the Disney adaptation, but it's probably for the best, right? What is it? The Sleeping Beauty source material where she ends up getting knocked up and birthing a kid while in the coma. Like, that's just weird, but whatever. That's actually weird, but I digress. So this film has been lampooned into the ground multiple times over. What is it? The Chat Music YouTube channel just continuing to roast this shit time and time again. What do they have? 3 different songs? And it's hilarious, and they're doing huge numbers. And yeah, the film has transcended just the commentary circles. And well, when it gets to this point, a bomb is virtually guaranteed. It's like what's happening with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Nobody's anticipating that one's going to turn any kind of heads. Like, it has to beat the rap, and it's not going to do it. And I'm not talking about the musical choices. But Disney's doing the best that they can with what they have, and this is very interesting, okay? Because they have also put out a new behind-the-scenes trailer. A look at Snow White, only in theaters March 21st. And as you can see right here, okay, it's on the official Walt Disney Studios Twitter account that has 6 million followers, and it has 1,200 likes, 97 comments, 286 retweets. It's like not exactly great engagement on this one, but I find it interesting, right? Because the 2-minute long trailer, it's very considerate as to who they have presenting what, and the behind the scenes look, who's specifically being featured in the behind the scenes. And this is one of those things, right? Because it's a Snow White movie, but they spend a lot of time focusing on the antagonist. Let's watch this. We'll do a little bit of jumping around, but I think it's important to take a look. Now, why would you say that about your leading lady? Come on now, you gotta have a little bit more tact than that.
The original Snow White, it didn't break the mold, it created the mold. Somehow Walt Disney connects to something inside of us, a kind of childlike wonder and optimism.
Well, that's nice from the director. Okay, so you can see he has a personal attachment to the source material. He understands the work that's there and the importance of that story. It's the film that, is the foundation for the Walt Disney Corporation, and if it didn't take off, we wouldn't have, for better or for worse, what we have today. He gets it, and Mark Webb has done some great things before. I don't know how well his abilities to polish a turd are, but okay.
There's so much from this animated movie that we have taken from and used in our own.
That's it. 2 sentences. We've taken so much, and it's great. We made it our own.
A lot of it with the design of the costumes and the designs of the set pieces.
Talking specifically about the movie, nothing else. Very contrite, to the point, moving on.
Action. First day I was shooting, I was a little nervous because I'm doing something that is so iconic. All of a sudden, I'm the evil queen and I get to say that? Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Okay, listen, everybody's going to be picking apart Rachel Zegler, justifiably so, but Gal Gadot, she cannot act, bro. Holy Christ. Who's the fairest of them all? But I gotta give her credit, right? Because that's something everybody points to. It's like, she seems like a nice lady. She's very complimentary. There's never been a bad word said about her. And she loves the source material. She loves the character that she's working on. But she gets to elaborate on all that stuff. And that seems genuine. When you had Rachel talking, it's like, we took iconography from the original. It's the source material. Look at the dress. That's it.
Started working on the different looks for the evil queen, and the amount of research that Sandy Powell, our costume designer, showed, it was like magic.
This is based on the original iconic look of the evil queen, and I think it's a really striking look.
Okay. Very funny where you go, oh, Jesus. Okay. You go from saying, a very striking look to, okay, here we go.
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
When you think about Snow White, there's so much iconography.
Your bickering won't fix a thing, so whistle while you work.
Its place in history is very specific and incredibly powerful, and we wanted to honor it.
Why would you do a side-by-side comparison when both of them are doing completely different moves? That's interesting. Hey, look, they both have vaguely similar costumes. You like that? Cool. With one has iconic designs for the dwarves, and the other one has the hellish nightmare fuel.
So while you work.
It's an absolutely beautiful homage to a film that continues to mean so much to people.
That's the last thing that she says, by the way. That's legitimately the last thing that she says. Yeah, it's so nice that we can pay homage to something that means a lot to people. Nothing about, personal connection like what Gal Gadot went on for, line after line. The personal connection I had. And, it's so nice to play this iconic role and really make it my own. Just showing that she has some connection, but you have very select snippets of your fucking star. I've never seen this before, but yeah, just to show you I'm not being disingenuous, we'll see this out.
The story is fantastic. The music is incredible. And I can't wait for the world to see it.
Yeah, Disney magic.
Oh my God. See, live in 4K. See, that's why I needed to play that out. I forgot that at the end. Yeah, Disney magic. Look at if I don't smile right now, that you're gonna beat me with a rubber hose off screen, huh? Like, she's so trash, man. Like, even just going back, okay, just taking a look at her. I don't know, everybody has said it. Like, she's even wearing a revealing top, and, nobody would ever confuse her as being the definition of Snow White, as being an accurate representation of that. But if you were to see a picture of Rachel Zegler and somebody was to describe it in a word, I don't think mid would be a more perfect example of that, because yeah, compare and contrast that to Gal Gadot being 20 years her senior, nearly the 15 to 20 years her senior, and she still can't move her eyebrows. Like, she's just so bad at everything, but she seems relatable and enthusiastic. I was taken aback by the amount of time that was afforded in this behind the scenes look to the antagonist as opposed to the star, to the titular character. And while this isn't really receiving that much attention on Twitter, it's wild, right? Because even if I just refresh this right now, it's been a second since I pulled it up, but I don't really see it taking off. Yeah, exactly. Like, those numbers really haven't changed at all. And as Valiant Renegade points out, the magic of making shareholder capital disappear. Like, it's in one sense being treated totally apathetically, but yet over on YouTube, the trend continues, man. The trailer's 8 hours old at time of recording, so go ahead and figure it out. I'm recording this, Thursday evening or something like that. But even still, 2,100 upvotes to 3,800 downvotes. The trend continues. This film is going to die at the box office. It's going to be wild to see, because we've got the numbers right now for what was being earmarked as a comparable flop for Disney this year, and I think that Captain America is going to make a slightly more money than Snow White, and that didn't have anywhere near the amount of vitriol towards it, and it's absolutely dying at the box office. This right here, with a little bit of competition and what everybody's surmised about it in recent years, oh yeah, it's cruising for a bruising. But also thinking that this is going to be the end of live action remakes. Thinking of live service games for some reason, something else that really needs to die in this industry and entertainment at large. But it's not going to dissuade Disney, because we also know that they have 2 other high-profile live-action films that are coming out this year. And because Mufasa was what they could spin as a success, but in general, you make, $1.7 billion for the original, and then you barely cross, $400-500 million for the second. You're just going to continue to trudge ahead. And because at the tail end of last year, it looked like Disney might be turning a corner, because they got rid of the guy who was in charge of the live action remakes, only for them to go over and poach the chick who greenlit the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. A little insecure, are you, Disney? Or you bring Daria Saric and named a president of Disney Live Action Theatrical. Yep, existing co-president post at Paramount Motion Picture Group. So yep, Disney's going to continue to ruin all of their beloved IPs, and when they get around to it, even the ones that even don't have that much cachet. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.